All right, let me get this out the way. I think it's important to get this out here. I think I've talked maybe a little bit about this before. I'm not sure. But I imagine y'all are internet savvy enough. Y'all have heard of Christian Picciolini, right? Christian Picciolini, who was a white supremacist in the 80s and 90s, helped be part of Life After Hate. I guess he was a volunteer. And, it's interesting, of course, because Life After Hate, I guess, has been having some legal troubles and some financial issues. And now I guess Christian Picciolini isn't involved with that. The interesting thing is that Christian Picciolini interviewed on his MSNBC show James Mason. Yeah, that James Mason. The James Mason who wrote the infamous book about medieval warfare. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say the name of it. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction. But he interviewed him. And that interview helped to boost. And it was a good shitpost. I've seen it. I've seen parts of it before. This was shown on MSNBC. A guy who helped to, was involved with the Atomwaffen division. Now, of course, I had a lovely conversation with a couple of folks for another guy who was with WAR, White Aryan Resistance, who now is an avowed anti-racist. He left in 2000, and it took him 10 years just to get over everything, and now he's reformed. And of course, in his bio, he has BLM, and he has the 3 arrows. And I say to myself, do these people actually believe what they say, or are they just grifting? I think there's a lot of talk of that. I say this because of the recent stuff that, the recent Crowd & T and Vosh drama of Vosh is simply absolving people of the shit they did, and now they are soaked Dems are accepted as more left-wing. I don't know. It's a good point, like I say. I mean, you could say what you want and say that Crowd is a jackass, which, yeah, he is. But I think that there is a point to ask, who are your real comrades? Who are your real comrades? Who are the real folks that you really fuck with, Who are the people that you really trust? It even goes down to what, with left-wing folks, too. I think at the end of the day, there's always going to be mistrust amongst people. And I think that, like I say, it may be admirable that these folks are doing that, even with Caleb Cain. But he says that he's tired of trying to reform people, this and that. It's interesting to say. And there are plenty of people who wouldn't join these groups, but will still have some sort of respect for what they do, regardless, And I think that's what people need to really watch out for. The internet is a scary place. It is. And I think that's why I don't show my face that much. And if I do, I private those videos because I'm going to make sure that nobody sees me. Because I've said some wild stuff and I hold some more reactionary views. I ultimately believe those that, yeah, we should come to a place where we can all work together. And that, it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of head busting, but maybe things will work out. I don't know. I think I'll just leave it there. I think it's just interesting to see these types of folks. It makes people question on the left of how dedicated you are to actual anti-racism. When Christian Picciolini is able to have a show on MSNBC, people say, how did some ex-white supremacist who was on these various shows in the 80s and 90s now suddenly become an anti-racist and had his own show on there. I mean, like I say, people question that. People question that. Sorry, audio is going to be fucked up on that. People question, are you legitimate, or did you just, turn your code inside out so that you can make a profit, so that you can make money and grift instead of getting a real job? It's interesting to say the least, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you'll enjoy that. See you later. Goodbye.